whatever you perceive to be true is true for you. Could be a lie, but if you believe it as truth, then it is true for you. So again, we don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. Acting as if suggests you want to achieve a goal. The idea here is worth mentioning. As people begin to act differently and to feel differently, they become different. If you ask someone, how can I develop my strengths? And remember this, in terms of job search, there's a lot of strengths that you need to muster up for an interview, to be more confident, to make sure that you speak your truth, to be honest, and also, just to have courage that you will attain the job that you're looking for. So how could you develop your strengths? Again, pretend that you have them. If you're insecure about an interview, go on informational interviews and be bold, pretend that you are confident, and you can practice that in an informational interview, because it's not a real interview. It's kind of a pretend interview, isn't it? An informational interview, you're asking the questions. So pretend that you have these attributes so that you can feel what it feels like when you're more outgoing if you are shy. Try acting as if you have that strength, that particular strength. Act as if you are kind or forgiving or even curious. Like a child, children act these things out. The idea here is that you can fake it until you make it. And it's not new, but when you're doing so, it becomes real to you. You can pretend that you have the courage to do an interview and do really well, or to get the job that you really want, but you feel insecure that you don't have the language or you don't have the attributes for that position. Just pretend you do. I mean, research and find out the things that you need to do those things, and then act on those things. Remember, this is because our brain cannot differentiate between what is real and what is being imagined. Think about that. Our brain cannot differentiate between the reality and imagination. And to give you an example, look at this virtual reality. People put on these virtual reality masks or things for their eyes, and they're in a whole other world. And if you're standing on the edge of a cliff and you're wearing this virtual reality mask, believe me, you will feel as if you were just about to fall over. Your body's sensation will feel it. And so that's how intertwined our imagination and reality is. We can't tell the difference. Think about it. Why do people feel scared when they watch a horror movie? I mean, it's just a movie. You're sitting on your couch. There's no danger. People get sweaty palms when they imagine themselves standing at the edge of a tall building. Movies and imagination only happen in the mind, but our minds cannot differentiate the pictures and make us feel the feelings. So remember that. We can't tell the difference between reality and imagination. So pretend that you are who you want to be, because then your brain will start to act as if it was real, and you will perform wonderfully. This explains why the principle of acting as if works. It is as real as the law of gravity, but you cannot see gravity around you, but you can feel it. When you try to jump or throw something up in the air, it will fall to the ground. The same goes with the principle of acting as if. You cannot see it, but it is happening deep inside your mind. One way to act as if is to read a piece of literature or a speech that embodies that strength. So how do I do something if I don't know how? One of the ways is to look at a speech, maybe some speech that some famous orator said, John F. Kennedy in his inauguration speech, or Nelson Mandela, or somebody that you really love to hear from, or a book, and read that piece of literature and find out how it feels to read it out loud. It's a powerful speech. In addition to acting as if, reading aloud sharpens your focus. It connects you to your emotions and imagination, of course, when we read, increases your vocabulary. The results in greater comprehension, so you comprehend things much more. And of course, when you read a book and you don't understand a word, you'll go to the dictionary. Now you've learned another word. It gives you an opportunity to play, have images in your mind about what that that book's all about. Exercises your body, challenges your use of intonation, the way that you speak, how you intone things. So, the way that you pronounce words, that's intonation, and improves listening and reading skills.